Good. How are you guys?
Good. What's the feeling? Just, we're watching that game last night and got a nice lead and starts to trickle away, and it kind of turns the tide. The guys come back, finish it out strong. How important was that just for the psyche of this group, knowing that, teams are going to make a run, but you can still hold them off?
It's important. I mean, we needed to prove that we could finish a game, but I also think you can't get too high or too low when you do have a lead or when you're down 10, because it's very hard to keep leads in college basketball. Teams are going to make runs. I thought we handled it better. We still had some unforced turnovers down the stretch that we need to clean up, but overall it was a good way to finish the game.
Well, you've been around some good core groups of players at Southern and at Purdue. Do you like this core group you guys have, the sophomores, the young guys? Do you think, maybe going through a few hard knocks will help them grow? You feel like that's coming?
Well, you have to learn, and you would rather win, but yet you can still learn a lot of lessons from a loss. And I do. One thing that was very noticeable to me when I got here was the job the staff has done, Mac and the staff, D-Rock, Coach Huss, Preston in recruiting, because we do have a very good group, a core group of guys that you can grow with and that need to grow. So we feel really good about this group, and there's a nucleus of guys that you can continue to grow with, and sometimes you want it to happen sooner rather than later, the development, but it takes time. And it was a step in the right direction the other night, but it's just that. That's the other night. We have a new game coming up. We're going to have to play good basketball against Georgetown.
What's Marcus's role going to be in the development of that core? As a freshman point guard, guy on the floor who can be a leader, and the fact that he came back and played hurt. Is that good?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that he's very valuable to the team. He's a stabilizing force, I think. He's got a lot of savvy. He's cerebral out there, and he just makes everything flow better. So he's very important to the team. Even out there, not 100%. He may not be 100%, but we're functioning much better than we were a week or two ago without him. So very valuable to us.
Just when you think about that first matchup with Georgetown, obviously kind of a shootout. What do you learn from that? Do you expect a similar style of game? Obviously, you hope get some more defensive stops than that, but yeah. Do you expect a similar kind of back and forth game with pace?
Well, they're talented and very similar to us in that they're playing a lot of young guys, and sometimes those young guys have good moments, and sometimes they have some moments where they struggle. But they had an outstanding win in their last game. They're playing good basketball. Govan is a very good player, a difficult matchup, so we're going to have to be ready to go. They're coming in here off a win and against a very good team, very good program, so we'll have to play at a high level.
Just looking at this stretch run, some teams that you've seen and beaten already, and coming off a win the other night, what do you want to see in this stretch run here, the last four in the regular season?
To be honest with you, we're worried about Saturday. We have to put all our focus on Saturday. As soon as you lose one game, what's going to happen? The world's coming to an end. As soon as you win one game, now all of a sudden, boy, we're going to be able to get in the NCAA tournament, and we're going to go on a big run here. Well, you got to win. You have to win one at a time, and I really think it's important. And Mac will do a great job of keeping our guys locked in on just that. It's good to have some home games, and to finish the way we're able to finish with the setup of the schedule, but it really means nothing. We have to concentrate on one game at a time, build on what we did the other night, and still continue to learn lessons from the tough stretch that we had, because I still think our guys are learning, and because we're going to be in those situations again.
The defense has gotten better lately. Why is that? What happened?
Well, I think we have improved. We're still a long way from where we need to be. We've tried to make Davion that guy. and he's still growing in that area. But a lot of defense and a lot of things that you're trying to do on both ends really comes with experience. And there are going to be a lot of times where there are going to be fix-it situations out there. And can our guys fix it? Well, the more experience they're in, the more games they're in, hopefully they're able to fix things on the fly. But we've gotten better. We still have a long way to go.
Do they have a mentality for that? To play defense, you have to have that.
Oh, I think they've Mac's done a great job with our guys. I think we're doing a much better job of getting on the floor and flying around and getting some of those 50-50 balls. And I think once that hopefully that will continue, because those things are showing. And do they have that mentality? We need to have that mentality. If you look at the teams that make big runs, they generally do that. So I think what has pleased all of us is we haven't been quite as good offensively lately, but we've been able to hang in there because of some of those other areas.
Well, for you personally, being here now almost a full year in terms of a season, you seen out of this program, what do you like? What do you notice? What stands out to you? And
well, I'm thankful for the opportunity. It's I was on the street, so very thankful for the opportunity to have this opportunity. Matt gave it to me. Love the staff, love the people, love our guys. We're developing. We've got a lot of new faces. We lost a guy to the NBA early that wasn't expected to happen. So as we mentioned earlier, we've got a great core group that we can grow with and hopefully finish up on a strong note and make a big run here.
Creighton fans say anything to you about being an SIU guy?
No, I have not heard any of that yet. So I'm dual though. I started my career at Iowa, and then there's a little bit of SIU in there as well. So they've been okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
That's fair. Typical Matt.
You ready, Wilbur? You ready, Thor?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, go ahead with questions.
Obviously, for you guys, just getting the win, getting back in the win column, how important was that for you guys as a group, just knowing going into the stretch run that you guys can get the job done?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. After a 4-game losing streak, it's always hard, going to that next day of practice. But I thought this week, our 2 practices, before the game versus DePaul, I thought we were really locked in, and I thought our coaches were really, had us, on top of our game, with the blueprint of the scout team, with just everything, just having us being prepared for the game. And it was a big win for us, and it's really good. Thing that we're going into these last few games, on a 1-game streak. So hopefully we can keep that up going into the Big East tournament.
What's your comfort level now with this, makeshift cast situation? You guys have adjusted, I know, a little bit. Like, what's your comfort level with it? How do you feel out there right now?
Yeah, I mean, Ben's doing a great job. Just, trying to make it, just make it as easy as possible, but at the same time, protecting the bone. So, I felt really confident with the last game, and I look forward to, our next game with it. I'm starting to get used to it, and I'm starting to get really confident with it. And hopefully, I'll be back to my old self, whether I have a cast on or not.
Can you tell me or take me through kind of like what's going on with it? Like what are they trying to do and what are we looking at?
So they have to, it's like a hard cast, but on top of the hard cast, it has padding because, it's not allowed to be hard because it's unsafe for other players. So all it does is it's over the bone on the front side of my hand, and then it wraps around the side, and then it goes over my palm. But the first game, I played one that went, kind of all the way over here. So they cut that. So it's only on the side of my palm, which is, a lot easier for me to grip the ball and shoot with it. So.
Did you notice a difference, in the game the other day?
Yeah, I thought it felt a lot better than it did versus Seton Hall. I was able to dribble with it more, shoot with it more, and pass with it more. So, those are things that obviously a point guard, a player at this level needs to play with. So, I was really happy with this cast, and I'm confident with it.
Is there any hesitation for you coming back when you did? I mean, you didn't. Did you think about me waiting a little bit, or did you think I got to get out there?
Yeah, obviously, when I was out, it was just, I had to listen to the doctor. We got the X-ray on the Monday before the Xavier game, and they were like, yeah, you can't go for that game. And then, unfortunately, I got sick, but it was kind of good timing for me to get sick. I got the flu, but then, after that Xavier game, I started to feel better, and the doctor gave me a go. He's like, you can play. So I was like, Bird, let me play. Like, I feel like I can help this team, and that was it.
And any pain? I'm sure there's some pain, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's there, after games, but after this past game, I mean it wasn't as painful as it was after the Seton Hall game, but it's pain. It's pain. I mean, it's pain everyone deals with at this level. It's fine. It's nothing really.
What was
You
the
got-
mentally? I mean, early in that game, you go up and you get the and one, and you go down hard. I mean, mentally being able to go through that, come out okay. Does that help you? I guess just know like, okay, I can still do things. I can still handle a little contact out here. You're not, it's not gonna fall off on you.
Yeah, I mean it's really all mental. I mean if I just stay locked in, just not think about it, it'll be fine. I mean it's protected. What also helped me was just playing defense and boxing out with it. That gave me more confidence to be able to drive to the hoop. I was like, if I'm going to get somebody, hit somebody, then I'll be able to get hit. So that gave me confidence with it.
What's expectations-wise, just like moving forward the rest of the way during this stretch run? Like, what do you guys want to accomplish? How do you see this home stretch of the regular season finishing out?
Oh, I mean, just get wins. I mean, that's all that matters. Take it one day at a time. Have, just build up good practices. It starts on this floor. Really dig deep on the Georgetown scout. Really listen carefully to the coaching staff, and then just really lock in for these practices so we can be prepared for Saturday and hopefully get a win, and then it leads us, to our next game. So it's all about wins at this, at this level, and that's all. I mean, that's all we really want.
do you feel like chemistry developing between you and the other guards right now? It's gonna be hard as a first-year point guard with a bunch of guys you didn't play with before. Has that started at all to develop?
I mean, we've had chemistry, this whole time since I've been here. Just coming here for summer workouts. Unfortunately, I couldn't participate in summer workouts, but I'm really close with Caleb. I'm really close with Tyshawn, Davion, Jordan, Jet. All the guards. I mean, they're all great. They're all really good guys. They all like to compete, and they all like to, bust each other's chops all the time. Just get on each other. But it's all fun and games. But I mean, we're family. We're all brothers.
Do you see yourself as a leader, or is that kind of hard to do as a freshman?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can lead. I mean, I obviously got to get a lot better at it, but coaches know that. But I mean, coaches really get on me. As the point guard, I really got to be a more vocal leader, and I agree with that. And I think I'm doing a lot better at it. Just bringing the guys in tough moments, just trying to make everybody calm and to relax and just make the easy play, and then just to trust each other. That's what it comes down to.
Is the Big East everything you thought it would be? Growing up on the East Coast, or have you adjusted to it? You think?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching the Big East. I mean, my older brother played, at Syracuse when they were part of the Big East. So I've always, watched the games. I remember going to, big Syracuse games, versus Villanova, and so playing in the Big East now, it's really rewarding. I'm really blessed to be able to play in such a good league.
When you were going through that 3-game streak and you weren't playing, you weren't practicing, you kind of had to be an observer. What did you take away from the fact that none of the losses affected you guys in this gym right here? Like, you guys just showed up like the next game was the most important one in this game.
It just shows our resiliency. It just shows that we can get through. Whatever lies ahead. I know we went through those losses, but I feel as if we got better from those losses. And then also it showed a few of our weaknesses, which was down the stretch. So I thought it was a building block for us, I thought we got over that, and I'm looking forward to the next challenge so we can try to get through that.
Was there any trick to not letting it eat you guys up? Like, not point fingers, not blame coaches, not blame each other? Like, why do you think none of that started to happen?
I mean, it starts with leadership. It starts with guys. Just telling guys. It's over. We have to focus on today's game and today's practice. And I thought our coaches did a really good job of that. Our coaches, really turned the page and, told us what we did well in the games we lost, and then told us what we need to work on, and then, next game. So it's all about, it's either you win or you learn for this team, and I really like that aspect.
Is that part of the reason you guys all still believe it's not over yet?
Yeah, I mean, we still think we have a lot of growth to make, and we still think we have a lot of accomplishments to achieve. I really believe this team has a lot of goals that we can really reach, and I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks, Marcus. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
What's that?
Who's that hat?
Augustana College, D2, baby.
Oh, okay.
Baseball national champs last
That's
year.
you?
Well, I didn't
That's
play
where you went to
last year,
school?
but that's my school. Yeah.
Big time.
I gotta hold it down a little bit.
Yeah, heck yeah. Represent, man.
Yeah.
Pitch, pitched it.
I used to play center, and I threw out my shoulder.
I think it worked out all right for you.
Bad gig.
What, just being able to kind of get over that mental hurdle, close it out last night when it started to kind of, that lead started to chip away a little bit. How much does that do confidence-wise for you guys, just kind of getting that monkey off your back a little bit?
I think it's huge. We lost 4 before. We were in situations like we were in last night, and last night we, like you said, started to let it go, but we kind of recouped ourselves and just finished the job, and it was good just to lift that weight off your shoulder and just kind of finish the game for once. So it felt good.
Hey, with Connor, he's a late arrival to the team, and he's a senior, so he's only got 1 year. And when you see those guys in college basketball, you never know like if they have an agenda, or if they're going to be team guys. Like, what kind of guy has he been so far this year? Just given that his playing time hasn't been consistent,
Right.
but he's ready every time he needs to be ready.
Right. Connor's probably the ultimate team guy. I mean, he's probably the best. Honestly, probably the best teammate I've ever played with, just because like he had like your situation. I mean, he was averaging in the teens, high teens at Rice, coming into a role. Obviously, a different school, different people, different teammates, and everything. So it's obviously an adjustment off the court and adjustment on the court. And the approach that he takes every day is just a let's win attitude. Like whatever I got to do to win. And he never complains about it. I mean, when we're on the road, he always comes over to my hotel room. We just sit, talk, and chill, and he just. At the end of the day, he just wants to play in the tournament. He doesn't care about averaging 15 a game. He doesn't care about his numbers. He just wants to play in the tournament. And when you have guys like that, especially as your older guys and seniors, it trickles down on the younger guys that like, hey, just if you get out of your own way, then stay ready. Like Connor has. I mean, Connor's been playing well. He came in and Nova did his thing, and last night he obviously did his thing. So he just stays ready, and it's just a good testament for the young guys.
How much is that? Oh, anybody else got an important one? No?
I was
Okay.
gonna,
Sorry, yes.
I was just going to say, like, just looking at this stretch run, I mean, you mentioned playing in the tournament for Connor. For a team that has gone through a couple of bumps and bruises during the year, to still feel as confident as you guys do and knowing that you can make a run to the NCAA tournament still through the Big East and all that.
Right.
Like, how unique is that with this group just still feeling confident, like you can go out and beat anybody when maybe the results haven't always gone your way at the end of games?
Right. I don't really know about the uniqueness of it. I was talking about it with Matt yesterday or 2 days ago, and it was just like that's what we know. Like we know basketball. We know like coming in and just working hard. We don't really know any other way. So if we just take care of the little things and take care of the everyday approach, then everything else will play itself out and the wins will come. And like you said, we have a chance with the Big East tournament. Obviously, we have a chance the rest of the year just to make some noise and hopefully get rolling into the tournament.
With Connor, oh sorry, are we done?
Yeah, we're done. We gotta get Paul. We can talk to him over there.
Thanks, Mark.